Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Maddie. In this video, we'll be seeing the ways that are there in Java to compare strings. Before seeing the ways to compare a string, let me just show you how we can declare two string variables with the same object value. We'll just take an example over here. String name1 equals new string of this will take the object value. Just repeat the same line with change in reference variable. And we'll pass the same object value. Let me show you how stack and heap works for these two lines. Stack and heap. And for strings, a separate string pool is maintained. Whenever compiler encounters this line, name1 will go to stack memory and an object value is created in the heap. Here is the change in behavior. Whenever a string data type is created with a new keyword, an object is created outside the string pool and inside heap memory. And name1 will point to the created object. And when compiler encounters this line, name2 will sit in stack memory and an object is created in the heap. Since we are using new keyword, it will be out of string pool. Name2 will point to newly created object. This how we can create two string variable with the same object value in Java. Now let us move on to the comparison ways of strings in Java. Ways of comparing a string. The first method is using a comparator, and the second way is using string built-in method equals method. First, let us see the comparator method. I'll just take an example for this. Comparator method. Let me just take stack and heap and have two variables in the stack. And A will be having an object value Maddie, and B will also be having the same object value with Maddie. Now, whenever you write an if condition comparing A and B using a comparator in Java, what it does is it will check whether both A and B reference variable are pointing to the same object or not. In this case, A is pointing to a different object and B is pointing to a different object. The output of this condition will be false. Let me show you when this if condition becomes true. We'll have a stack over here and heap. A, but this time the variables are not created using a new keyword, so the values go into string pool. A will point to object Maddie and B will point to the same object since they have the same object values. Now, if you write an if condition checking whether A is equal to B or not, this if condition returns true in Java because both A and B reference variable are pointing to the same object in the heap. Hence, the output of this if condition is true. I hope the comparison using comparator is clear. Let us see what happens with equals method. We'll just take the same example here, stack and heap. Stack takes reference variable A and in heap we'll just have an object. We will have one more string declaration with reference variable B and an object Maddie. And these two variables are created using a new keyword. So the objects are created outside the string pool. Pool is here and objects are created outside the pool. And A will point to its respective object, B will point to its respective object. Now, whenever you add an if condition checking whether A is equal to B or not, but this time we are using a built-in method equals to check whether A and B are equal or not. In this case, in Java, what it does is it will compare whether the object values are same or not. In this case, both the object values are same, so the output of this if condition will be true. What we can understand from this is comparator will always check whether both the reference variable are pointing to the same object or not, whereas dot equals method checks whether both the object's values are same or not. Irrespective of pointers, it will only check whether object values are same or not. Even if B is pointing to the same object as A, it will compare whether the same object is equal to itself or not. The result will be always true. I just showed you for an instance, but in Java, if both reference variable have the same object value without new keyword, they will go into string pool. This will be pointing to the other object. I hope this part is clear. We have one more topic here, that is string indexing. Strings won't be having any index value like arrays, but we have a method to access any single characters from the string. Let us see that. I'll just declare a string variable with name equals Maddie. Just let's say I want to access a third character from Maddie. We can use a caret method, which is strings inbuilt method. Let me just show you how we can print. We need a reference variable followed by a default method, not default, built-in method, which takes the position value of character. In this case, it is third character. As we have discussed in Java, indexes starts from 0. Since we need to access third character, we need to pass the value as 2. This will return the output of D. Here I have one more important thing. This is not related to string indexing or string comparison. Have you guys ever doubted what is this sout, which is System.out.println? Have you guys ever doubted what is the system, out, and println? Let me just explain one by one. This system is a class and out is nothing but a static final reference variable of type class print stream. We have a class print stream, which are Java's inbuilt classes. In that, print stream is one of them. And this print stream class contains a method println, print stream method, like how we have dot equals method in strings. It's the same way. Println method is present inside print stream class. And whenever you pass a value here, what it happens is this println method internally calls value of method and toString method to print output on the console. And this toString method is called to convert any data type to a string data type. That's the reason, irrespective of what type of data is passed to println method, at last it gets converted to string data type and gets printed on the console. This is out of topic, but I just thought of explaining. I hope we are good for this video. In the next upcoming video, we'll be discussing string performance, which is very much useful in interviews. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.